Hi guys, I'm back again with another antique firearms to share with you. This one is one of the probably the oldest one I brought out to the range to actually shoot. If you see my videos, you know that I mostly shoot black powder cartridge, early rimfire guns. Well, this is a very early flintlock pistol. It's known as a turn-off pistol. It uses a box lock action, and it's called a turn-off pistol because the barrel turns off or unscrews and is removed. And this is how it is loaded. It doesn't use a ramrod. There's a small chamber, and you can barely see that. There's a small chamber down in here, and you fill that with 3F, and it holds about 11 grains of 3F. And then I set the ball on top of it in this concave area and screw the barrel back on. Now this is about a 46 caliber, so I've got a slightly oversized ball, so when it screws on it won't roll out the barrel, but it swedges down when it fires. Now this pistol was made by either John or James Parr in Liverpool, England. John Parr operated from around 1780 up until the early 18, till the, around 1820 or so. His son James came into the business at some time in those later years. So this was probably made between 1780 and 1820 in Liverpool, although it's marked London, which is very common. I think it may have been because that's where the proof houses were, or it just added prestige to it. But it's a little tiny single shot pistol. They're also called muff pistols because they could be carried in a hand muff or even in a pocket. Now, one thing that's really nice about this particular one is it's probably one of the, it's not the earliest one, more later, because it actually has a safety on it, which is an innovation. And what it is there's this little sliding lever right here. And when it's in the half cock position, that slides forward and it locks the cock so it can't strike the flint and can't fire. So it made it much safer to carry in your pocket or in a muff or whatever. But it made it an innovation to have a safety on a pistol that's well over 200 years old. So we're out here today at the range. I've got a few balls here, and so we're going to go ahead and shoot this thing. So I'm going to open it up. Well, first I'm going to take the barrel off. Now these originally came with what they called a key, but it was actually a wrench. It was a wrench with a loop in it that slipped over the barrel, and it engaged. There's a small lug right here. It's kind of hard to see. There's a little lug that sticks out. So this wrench slipped over it and had a little notch that would engage that little lug, so you could tighten the barrel or remove it if it was stuck. I don't have the wrench, but fortunately it comes on and off easily, so it's not an issue. So I'm going to put 3F down in the chamber here. All right, it's about 11 grains. I measured it previously. And I'm going to take the ball and set it on top of the powder and then screw the barrel on. Snug. All right. Open the frizzen, or more properly called the hammer. And I'm going to add a little bit of 4F to the pan here, prime the pan. Now I will say that this uses a very small flint, and I did not have a flint this small, so I had to do quite a bit of napping to get a larger flint down to fit. So hopefully that'll work well. So here I'm out at the range, and I've got a rogue out here that's tried to rob me of my goods. So we're going to see if we can take care of him. So let me put my ears on. Now notice there is no sights on it either, because the hammer, the flint, and the frizzen are all directly in line with the barrel. There's no sights at all. So this is strictly very close range use. So here we go. All right. That worked pretty darn good. So let's take a look at this rogue here. So he's not doing real well. He took a ball right through the cheek, so I think that would have taken care of my problem. So hey, this was really neat. I enjoyed sharing this with you. This again is a little Parr, John Parr, James Parr turn-off pistol made in between 1780 and 1820 period. So hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed this, please like the video and subscribe, and